acting like menopause is a death sentence. And yes, I am qualified to say this, even though I am 35. I'm qualified to say this because for the last year and a half, I found out that I have basically no sex hormones. What does that mean? That means that like a woman in menopause, or even a woman who has already gone through menopause, I have barely any progesterone, testosterone, and my estrogen is very low. A lot of the symptoms that a menopausal woman or a postmenopausal woman would have are things that I experienced within the last year, like unexplainable anxiety. My sleep, I used to be the best sleeper in the world, and now my sleep is trash. I couldn't grow muscle, even though this is my full-time job, is being a fitness professional, and I'm getting my doctorate in sports nutrition and exercise science. So I literally know that the math should have been working and it wasn't. All I did was put on fat. So I am 100% qualified to say this. I still hear from women who say and act like menopause means they have to give up. Menopause means that they no longer get to get the body that they want, their body composition, they're just a victim. And I have to beg you to not have this mentality. The victim mentality only hurts you. There is always something that we can do. And I want to be super clear. This past almost 2 years has made me so much more disciplined. It's not like we get these symptoms and we just throw up our hands. You have to be diligent with your steps. You have to be diligent with your nutrition. You have to reach for whole single ingredient foods. You have to focus on removing as many processed foods from your diet as possible. You have to get enough protein, you have to eat enough fat, and you have to eat enough carbohydrate. For some of you, you will have to limit your carbohydrate consumption depending on how low your estrogen truly is. We lose our ability to process glycogen as efficiently when estrogen drops, but you still need carbs. You need the right carbs, you need the right protein, and you need the right fats. If you do this, if you implement progressive overload, and if you stop drinking alcohol, which is literally a neurotoxin that is ruining your chances for being happy, being anxiety free, and honestly having the body that you want, you can 100% feel better. There are also other options. HRT is amazing. HRT changes lives. If you are a good candidate for HRT, if your hormone levels have been steadily dropping for months, even weeks, you need to talk to your doctor about HRT. A new massive study just came out about how HRT is actually protective. It's beneficial when started at the right time for the right candidate. It's protective against heart disease, breast cancer, etc. HRT is amazing. And no, you don't have to inject. There are creams, there are patches, there are a lot of options out there. And I want to be clear. The right doctor should start you on a very low dose. The right doctor should tell you all of your options. The right doctor should start you with creams if you're not comfortable with injections. But also, you need to unlearn any myths or anything you think you know about HRT and speak with someone who truly understands it, someone who's truly knowledgeable. This will hopefully be your doctor, but if it's not, you need to find a new doctor. And I say that dead seriously. You do. You do. You deserve to feel good every day. And playing the victim for a natural hormonal process that every woman will experience at some point is not the way. It's not the way to be happy, and I'm gonna be really honest with you, it's not the way to get the body that you want and the body that you deserve. It's not just about aesthetics, it's about how you feel. Taking testosterone will not turn you into a man. Taking too much testosterone will, it's gonna give you bad side effects. That's why you don't take too much of it. Taking too much progesterone will also give you bad side effects. That's why it's really important to have a doctor who will start you at a low dose. Taking too much estrogen will also have terrible side effects. There is nothing that you cannot do with the right doctor and someone who will be conservative in your dosing, and you need to make sure that you're getting tested every few weeks to test that dose. It's not just a one and done. I hear from so many women who are actually ready to make these changes, feeling really excited, and their doctor puts them on some dosage and then doesn't check them for another year. That's not how this works, friends. I am not a doctor. I am not a nurse practitioner, but I can tell you from experience that you deserve to feel better and that you have options, you have agency. And the longer you pretend that you don't, you are the only one who suffers. Well, actually, let's be serious. Your family probably and your friends probably also suffer, because when I don't sleep, I feel crazy. So every woman experiences perimenopause, menopause differently. We can expect a range of specific symptoms that happen when these hormones are reduced. And if you are my age or younger and you're having these symptoms, you still should be tested. You might not be in perimenopause yet. You might not be in early menopause. Your ovaries might not have shut down. There's a lot of reasons why these things can happen if you're not kind of 40 plus. But we are also seeing that 35 plus can be perimenopausal. And perimenopausal is basically the years before you go through the full menopause transition, which is then signified by specific levels of FSH and LH. So there's a lot of gray area. This can be very complicated. This is why you need a doctor who will fully explain everything to you, who will fully give you all your options so you can stop playing the victim and you can step in to the second chapter of your life, which can be just as magical and amazing as the first. You just have to change your tactics. And these tactics don't have to be crazy. They're not complicated, but they are life-changing. So the next time you want to blame menopause, think again. You have choices. You do. And those choices are available to you whenever you're ready to listen.